The Texans, after getting eliminated by the Kansas City Chiefs a few months ago, with the draft just approaching, the Texans have been very busy within the NFL offseason. Let's talk football. Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast, where sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are talking about the Houston Texans. The Texans have been very busy this NFL offseason with notable trades such for CJ Gardner Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles, along with Christian Kirk as well, also along with trading for guard Ed Ingram, while also signing a few other pieces, including Justin Watson, and also along with Cam Robinson, Sheldon Rankins, Durrell Taylor, Laken Tomlinson, EJ Speed, and also Ronald Darby. But the Texans, they have been also busy re-signing a few players too, making Derek Stingley Jr. the highest paid DB in the NFL, but also along with re-signing Mario Edwards Jr. and countless other guys. But the question is around Houston. Can the Texans make it to the AFC Championship game next season? Now, we know that they've never made it to the AFC Championship game in their history. They've had a lot of different opportunities with players like J.J. Watt, with a lot of other guys, Deshaun Watson has been a shell of himself now in Cleveland. But the Texans, I'm going to talk about them in just a second. Before we get started, though, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to do me a big favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the Texans. Oh, the Texans. I really like their chances of getting to the AFC Championship game. I still believe that the Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, and Bengals are still the top dogs. I still believe those four are the top dogs. But if the Texans can knock at least one of them off, they have a shot. Because you need to win at least two playoff games in order to get to the AFC Championship game if you're a wild card. One, if you're the number one seed in the AFC. But I look at some of their moves. I like the move for Cam Robinson. He was a really good offensive lineman during his time in Minnesota when he was there after he got traded away from Jacksonville. I also like the move for Sheldon Rankins. He's a great defensive tackle and interior defensive lineman. Durrell Taylor, I really like the move for him, especially getting them cheap. I've had the opportunity to watch Durrell Taylor a few times. This man is a great player, and I believe he'll pair alongside Will Anderson Jr. very well. And then also, I like the move for Laken Tomlinson. I believe he's an underappreciated offensive lineman in the NFL. And he was formerly with Seattle, but I like Laken Tomlinson going to the Texans. I really like the biggest move on defense, I believe, is the move for CJ Gardner Johnson. This man is a great lockdown safety. He is an amazing lockdown guy. And then I also look at the linebacker, EJ Speed. This man is a physical linebacker. This man is a very physical force on this gun. He's going to be a big force on this defense next year. Also, I really like the move for Christian Kirk. I really like that move, especially considering getting him for a seventh round pick. I believe he was like worth a fourth or third round pick, in my opinion. But I believe that I really like these moves. The Texans, I still believe, is like a top five team in the AFC. I really like their chances against other teams within the AFC. I really like their team that they got around them. I really like what CJ Stroud can bring to the table. But the Texans, I look at them, they could be a big threat to Kansas City. We know that they got blown out the last time they met up with them um, in the regular season, but then, of course, made a closer game during that following season. But I'm looking at some of the games that they got next season. We already know that the schedules have been released. We already know the schedules have been released. So I'm going to pull those opponents up on the screen. They not only have to face in division rivals, they have to face a few outside ones, primarily the AFC West and NFC West, with teams notably like the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks, and the 49 and the Rams. also along with the Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. I do believe the Texans should beat the 49ers because the Niners just got done releasing half their roster, 17 guys to be exact. Seattle, that game is going to be very fascinating, in my opinion, because past games when Seattle and Houston has faced off, it has been really good games to watch. Of course, this will be the first time that Seattle will match up with CJ Stroud since he entered the NFL. I'm looking at the game against the Rams. I'm looking at it as that as maybe a Super Bowl preview. Maybe. I'm not certain on that. But I'm also looking at other teams around the NFL that might give them some trouble. I'm looking at the Buccaneers. They might cause them some trouble. They were in a very close game recently when Baker Mayfield was close enough to get into him, but the CJ Stroud eventually made a comeback, his first career game-winning score. And then I look at Arizona. Maybe they could get in some trouble, but I'm not entirely sold on them either. The Rams, I do believe they're still the best team in the NFC West, and I believe they are going to win it again ahead of Seattle. I do believe that the Titans might have some stuff to say about with the Texans because they might end up drafting Cam Ward. They might end up drafting him. So I'm looking at that because Cam Ward, that man is an absolute stud. I really like what I'm seeing from him. I'm also looking at the Broncos. They might be a threat to them. Maybe the Raiders. I'm not certain on them. The Chargers, maybe if they can continue again, stop getting in their own way, maybe they can do something. And then I look at the Chiefs. They're going to have to get past Kansas City sooner or later. And then I also look at Baltimore. Baltimore was the team that you only put up 2 points in that game against them, while the Seahawks earlier that week put up three. Correction, six, and then 6-3 game against the Bears, but that's another story for another day. My point is to the Texans. I look at their schedule. I could see them going 11-6 because I'm looking at the 6 losses that they could have. I could see them coming to the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens, the Denver Broncos, one at least to the Titans, and then the Rams. That's what I see right now. I really like what I'm seeing from Houston, and the Texans are going to be a feared team in this upcoming season. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys believe the Texans can make it to the AFC Championship game next season? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to do me a big favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.